So what we have as a result of 40 years of Reaganomics now, what we have, the numbers are just in for wage growth in the last year, 5.1%. Some of the best wage growth we've seen in years and years and years. We have an economy that is being fueled by low interest rates. It's been financialized in a way that's not helpful to the average working person. But it's catching on. Now, I am concerned that we are in mid-bubble here right now, particularly with regard to real estate, and possibly with the stock market. In fact, almost certainly with the stock market. But that's still, it's the bottom line is that this, first of all, taxes don't matter in terms of whether the GDP is growing or not, and whether or not wages are growing or not, and whether or not jobs are created or not. What taxes do matter about is whether government has the revenue to function, which then brings us to the question of what's the appropriate function of government. And of course, libertarians, which is like, the Americans for Prosperity, Project Libre, all these Koch brothers entities who are spouting basically libertarian principles, and the Republicans who have bought into all this stuff, this so-called trickle-down economics. Not only is there no evidence for any of it being true or working, at least the economic part of it, but the evidence is contra. The evidence shows that it fails to work for anyone except the top 1%. Now, when you keep in mind that the Republican Party really only cares about the top 1%, then, hey, it's the perfect policy for the Republican Party. But it's not the perfect policy for the United States, for the other 99% of us, for the rest of us. It's just not. And when you combine that with the deregulation agenda, which is nakedly to allow billionaires and big corporations to make more money poisoning us. It's just that simple. And to allow banksters to make more money robbing us. You combine that with the deregulation agenda, and then you combine that with the starve the beast, squeeze the states, squeeze the federal government agenda. And what do you have? You have 1 in 5 children in America in hunger to the point that many of them are selling their bodies. This is what 40 years of Reaganomics has brought us. It's turning us rapidly in the direction of a third world country. And and Republicans can't repudiate it. Donald Trump started out trying to repudiate it, and now he's promoting it. And it's this. Enough of my rant.